All right, we are leaving Loyal and we are on our way to Chile for a night of blacktop pulling with the Nasty Norwegian. Everything looked good. Hopefully we'll get a good hook tonight, get a good couple hooks tonight, and see what happens. So yeah, I've been looking forward to this one for a while again. It's always been a fun place, and I always do really well. So once we get there, we'll get all signed up and get her weighted up for the first class. Pulling 3 classes tonight with the V6, and it should be a fun night. Alright, we are all ready to go for the 1750 class here, all weighted up, tractor's ready to go. So we are going to be last in that class, pretty close to last. If the first hook guy doesn't keep his, then he'll be last. But other than that, we're at the bottom of the class, so which is always better on blacktop. Gets the track cleared off a little bit more, gets some rubber laid down from everybody else, so that should work to our advantage a little bit. So again, as long as the tractor hooks good and pulls well, nothing breaks, we should have a good night tonight. So yeah, we're gonna get started here pretty soon.
Sponsored by Jack's Fabrication on Oil. Give me a son out of Marathon, son of our racing champions, and our own self-electronic. Steve, put your hand up. Give a big wave. Steve, put your hand up. Give a big wave. There he is. Self-electronic. Full sponsor. This driver coming out right now.
Well, that wasn't quite what we wanted to happen. Just a really bad bounce. So we'll make some adjustments here for this next class. For as bad a bounce as it had, it still got up there, probably a top 6 out of 10. So it's got potential to do better. I don't think I was even half throttle most of the way down there, and I was kept picking up speed, and it just couldn't keep it on the ground. So instead of doing any damage, we just kind of backed off at the end and just stopped. So we'll make some adjustments, we'll change a few things here, and we'll see what happens. All right, finished up the second class, and it was a much smoother ride. So we made some pretty big changes to it. We did some stuff with the hitch, lowered that a little bit so it didn't quite get as much pull down. Put some more weight in the front, probably a little more than we usually do, but when it hops like that, it's just so hard to drive. So it was a very smooth run. It was what I expect more out of it here, but I don't know where we finished. I think we're kind of all grouped in a big bunch up there. So, but I was happy with it. at this point, it's just trying to get it to smooth itself out a little bit, and then working our way to a little bit more aggressive setting there. So our first setup was really aggressive, and that was kind of too much for it. So we kind of backed that off a little bit. Maybe we'll do some more adjusting with the weights here in this last class and see what happens. So we're definitely changing things the way we did it in Neilsville, and not really sure if they're working yet or not, so we'll find out here at the very end. So we got one more class. Again, we're kind of at the bottom of that class again too, so we'll see what happens, but it's a nice night here at Chile, and we're having a lot of fun. Alright, so we finished up here in Chile tonight. Ended up with a 5th in the first class out of 10, 8th in the second class out of 9, and a 3rd in the last class. So we got a little too conservative in that second class, and we kind of knew that, but it's still okay. We wanted to make sure that things were working good. So we made up for it in that last class, and it was a good night. I felt like I left a lot of it on the table that we probably could have done a little better tonight. For what I usually do at this track, I usually do better. So a little disappointed, but that's okay. It is what it is, and we've got one more blacktop pull coming up here in a week from today, and our next pull here is in 5 days on dirt. We're pulling at a fair here on a Thursday night, so we'll have both tractors there, and then we will be pulling another blacktop, and we'll be done with the blacktop for the year. So so we got one more shot here to maybe eke out a win here on blacktop for the year. So kind of looking forward to that. So other than that, good night. We didn't break anything. Tractor's still in one piece, and that's what's important right now, is to make sure we get her week to week. So yeah, we're all loaded up. We'll see you next time.